Hi there, welcome back. On my previous tutorial, the one I just recently uploaded, I showed you how to mix fondant colours, changing white fondant to all the colours that you might need using the colour gel. And here are some of them that I've made. I'm doing a baby shower cake, and I'm going to be doing various elements for the cake. So what I thought I would do to be a little bit different is to show you each step. So I usually start the elements for the cake a week or so in advance. If it's more complicated and it needs more time, like I recently did a racing car and it took too long, but I had to start that a month in advance. But because these are very basic elements for the cake, I can do it 3 to 4 days before the cake is due. So it gives me a little time to concentrate on baking the cake without having to worry about the elements for it, because I've already made them in advance. So with it being a baby shower cake, I'm going to be making, as well as other things, buttons. Now you can buy button molds, and I've seen them online in various craft stores, and also I believe you can buy them on eBay. I think you can, and they're a couple of quid. It won't break the bank, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make my own buttons by hand, because in my crafty bits I have some little cutters. I'll bring a couple forward. For example, a flower, and they pop out, so you basically stamp them in and pop them out. I've got a circle there. I've got hearts, they're cute. And I've got a little flower. This is a little metal cutter, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're metal or made of plastic, whatever they are, as long as they do the job. And I'll need a ball tool, like this. And I need fondant. And that's basically it. So, let's get started. Okay, so I've started with the pink. Now I've added some CMC or Title's powder, a very small amount, you don't need a lot. And I need a little rolling pin. I've put some icing sugar on my board, just a very light dusting. I'm going to start to roll. Okay, and I kind of turn and move the fondant as I go, so it just stops it from sticking. And I love this, you know, when the kids are in bed and they're out the way, it's my therapy. Just to get some fondant and play. And I've learnt a lot just doing that, you know. And I advised, you know, if you've got a little bit of time on your hands and the TV's absolutely rubbish and you've exhausted every show on Netflix, this is something I would highly recommend, is cake decorating. So, and the great thing about this is when you have made the elements, and as long as they're covered, once they're dry and covered, they can last a year. I'm telling you. I know people who make little hearts and cut out, if they've got any spare fondant left after a project, they'll cut out little hearts, keep them in a container for their next project. I don't, but maybe I should, but that's just something there for you. So I'm going to start with a round button. Let's just get basic, shall we? We'll start with a basic round button. So I've got 2 rounded cutters. I don't know if you can see. They're slightly different in size, one being larger than the other. And all you're going to do is, using your cutter, place it down down and a slight twist and release, down, push and release, and use up as much of the fondant as you can, like this. Okay, like so. And there you have some buttons, and with any remaining fondant I always put it back into some cling wrap or cling film because it doesn't dry out. Okay, so I've got some lovely little buttons, and I use that metal cutter. With the smaller one, okay, all I'm going to do is place it on. My hands are all shaky tonight. Too much coffee possibly. And then make sure it's even all the way around, and bearing in mind it's smaller than the other cutter. And I just want to press down ever so gently. Do not go all the way through the fondant, and release. Find the center, make sure it's even, press down and release, and go all the way following it. It's like a production line. You know, doesn't have to be perfect. Now I'm not stood over these, I'm just guessing. You'll be better because you'll be able to get your head over it to see if you've lined it up correctly. I'm just guessing. Like most things that I make, it's just pure guesswork. I just go with the flow. So I don't know if it's picking up or not, but the buttons now have a ring around them. And then with ball tool, and this is just again guesswork, I don't do anything special here, but with the ball tool I'm going to give this 4 buttonholes. So I just in, around, in and around. So it's circular motions. So it's in and around, in and around, in and around, in and around. And we just go like this. I'm just playing here. I've been making these buttons for ages. I don't own a mould. I just make them myself. If I can make them myself, I will. It's all saving money, and every little helps, as you know. Okay. And there I have my buttons with the 4 buttonholes, and I hope it is picking up. But that's one section. So what I'm going to do now is, and with the yellow, I'm going to do some heart buttons. I'll be right back. Okay, I rolled out some yellow fondant. Also had a coffee. That helps. Well, made myself a coffee. I haven't drank it yet, but I've rolled out some yellow just to make things quicker. And I've got 2 cutters here. Okay, 2 hearts, varying in size, as you can see. So with the larger heart, now these are pop out ones. They have a spring action. Okay, but I don't think I'll need that. So we go around, twist, and we don't need to use, oh, we might there, so I pop it out like so. Twist. Oh, it's making me do it. Oh, it hasn't made me do it there. That's odd. Okay. Oh. So sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. So I've made some hearts. I don't know if oh, it hasn't. It's left one in there. just left one in. Oh, these are adorable. And the same thing applies if I'll just wrap that yellow back in the cling film. So we need the smaller cutter, the smaller heart cutter, and it's the same principle. Go in, kind of find and make it embossing. That one's wrong. Oh my word! And this is live. I don't do edits. Okay, and just press down like so. Press down. Press down. Like so. And some will come out right and some will come out wrong. Okay, and then again with your ball tool, this time I'm just going to do 2 holes because they're very small, and I've used a smaller ball tool. It has a smaller ball at the end. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but I'm just going to make 2 holes. So 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. As I say, it's like a production line. I haven't done the rest. That one's wrong. See, I'm not perfect. And while I'm on, I might as well do one more. That one's stuck a little. To be gentle. Ah, okay, it's wrong. It's because I can't lean over. Because then I'll be in the way of the camera and everything will go wrong from there. Not that it's not going wrong now, eh? But you understand the principle. That one's even the wrong way around. There. And again, using the ball tool. Bearing in mind this fondant's very soft at the moment. It will harden up though because I put the CMC and the Tylose powder in there. And I don't know if, let me show you. Can't pick those up quite yet, but I might be able to pick. Oh, actually, I can pick that one. It's starting to harden, and I don't know if that's picking up. But as you can see, it's a button. And so basically, I'll use the other colours and make different shapes. It's as simple as that. So I'll have some large circles, I'll have smaller circles. I might even do a flower button, which I think will look really sweet because it's for a girl. Well, it's a baby shower and then the baby will be female. Oh, how sweet. And I'm going to make these up in advance, but I thought I'd show you just how I do buttons. Now, my next tutorial won't be yet, it might be tomorrow. My next tutorial will be how to make a dummy, okay? Or is it called in America binky? Pacifier? I'm going to show you how to make a dummy for a baby shower cake. I hope this has been interesting. I don't know how interesting it could be, but I just wanted to show you how you can just sit on an evening. You don't have to have it on a big heavy marble plate like this. You can have it on a tray, sit in the living room, put your feet up, cup of coffee, a few little cutters, a little rolling pin, and off you go, and you can just play and make your elements at your own time, convenience, and in the comfort of your living room, watching your favourite show. Thanks for watching. Bye.